Hello, happy Monday. Okay, so to not be late this time, I decided I was going to do it first thing in the morning, so that's why we're doing the cards. That's like my new thing. I was doing like a past life healing on myself because it's what I do for fun. And one of the things I saw was like how I tend to like put things off or doubt. It's not procrastination, it's a weird thing that I do. Like I get overwhelmed, so I push it to like the last minute, which I guess is procrastination. So anyways, it's only for some things in my life, which is funny. But so I'm trying to work on that, and I thank you for being here with me and holding that space for me, and keeping me accountable and helping me work through this. So thank you. All right, so we're using the Goddess cards this week. Happy 4th of July week for those of you who live in the US. I'm super grateful for our independence, considering that I am the child of some immigrants. So super grateful to be in this country despite whatever we may think about this country. All right, so let's pull some cards for this week, guys. You are gonna ask yourself a question. I'm gonna pull two cards, and you're gonna pick card 1 or card 2 as the answer to your question. If you're feeling extra saucy, you can pick 2 of them. You can pick a both, okay? All right. Whew. All right. Card number 1. Ooh, okay, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Okay, so boundaries it's the process of rising. So if you're wondering like why things are not happening, or it could be like you're using like way too much of your energy, boundaries is what kind of keeps our energy to ourselves and allows us to decide where we want to put that energy. When we have no boundaries, we're using our energy to put it in all different places, and maybe all those different places are not important to us. So learning to make sure that you're deciding, that you're being intentional about your yeses and your nos, right? That you're saying yes to stuff that like you really want to do, and that like really is part of your priorities, the things that you want to create this life, and you're saying no to everything else. You should definitely be saying more no's than you're saying yeses too. This is also like a place of like healthy standards, and also it's all about the throat chakra, like saying what you need, and there's a way to say it that isn't for us who are female this lifetime, that we're not saying it in a masculine way. There's a way to say it as a queen, where you're like rising and you're saying like, this is what I need, and saying it in a feminine way at the same time. So making sure that you're using your voice, that you're using your throat to say and to be clear about what you need, about what you want, so that you're not sitting around being like wishing people should read your mind, or wondering why you're tired, or wondering why things are not working out for you. Really considering boundaries. If you don't know what boundaries are, start researching it. Like, what is boundaries? Boundaries is a big word in psychology, so you'll read a lot about it. But I remember not knowing what boundaries were at all. I was like, boundaries? Especially coming from a Cuban family where there are no boundaries. We cross over people's boundaries all the time in our culture. So I didn't know what they were. And also as a healer, I was just always giving, but also super resentful, very low on energy, having like my hands in all different places, but not really manifesting what I really wanted. And the key to that, to being able to see what you want, is boundaries, because all of a sudden your split energy and your split focus goes into a few focuses that are important to you, and then you can start to see those manifestations much faster. So making sure making sure that you understand boundaries, that you have boundaries, that you're looking at boundaries, so that you don't get to it. Because typically what we do is like, we let everybody in, and we're like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm so cool about it. Or we get pissed, and then we like get pissed and we get passive aggressive, and we're like on the other spectrum, which is where we get super pissed and we're, again, passive aggressive and angry, and just feel like I need to close myself off altogether. And that's, neither one feels good. So boundaries is like having a little gate around your house and letting there be a door and a doorbell so people can ring it when they need something or when they need you, and things like that. So making sure that this is bringing us back to balance, boundaries that are going to bring us back to balance, where we feel good in this place, where we feel like we can create and love and let people in, but also not feel taken advantage of, and to feel healthy, and that this is the best thing for everybody. Okay, so that's number one. Card number two. Okay. Interesting. Focused intention. Keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target, and you will make your mark. Beautiful. So that is basically as if you're asking what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there. Basically, this card is saying, like, as long as you focus on what it is that you want, not what you don't want, right? Because a lot of times we think if we're trying to manifest money, it's easy to focus on the lack of money and be like, oh, I don't have this, I would really like to have more. But really what this is talking about is like noticing that your focus is on what you want to grow, and not what you don't want more of, but what you want more of. So making sure that when you are focusing, that you're focusing on it happening, it being here, like looking at what you want, feeling good feelings, rather than focusing on what you don't want. So keeping your thoughts, it's not even about keeping it positive, it's just keeping it on path, right? Like not letting it fall down that hill of that, the addiction of being in the negative or seeing the past, right? So let's say we're trying to find love, and it's really easy to get addicted to like the past and just being like, I never find love, I find, people ghost me, it doesn't work out, blah, blah, blah. And like, it's almost like an addiction our mind has to go to that place. And while, yeah, sure, that could have been a part of your past story, this is your future. This is this is every day we have an opportunity to make a new life, to set up a whole new situation for ourselves. We do not by any means need to be in this constant, wheel and rut and hamster wheel of seeing the same thing over and over again. So making sure that your mind is strong enough to create a new future, that it is focused on what it is that you want, that you're keeping yourself there. And when you see yourself falling off, remembering that it's like an addiction, you guys. It's like just my body's used to going there. It's been there for so long, and none of it is real. It's just a reaction. It's just the body going to that place. So making sure that you're bringing yourself and that you're focusing your attention on what it is that you really want, not the lack, and that you will do well, that you're going to do really, really well. So that's really exciting. So this is a great card. Okay. All right. So boundaries, number one. Number two is focused intention. They have a lot to do with each other, which is what ends up happening with these cards. That's why I invite you to choose both. But good job, everybody. Have a great holiday week if you're here in the U.S. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here with me, and I will see you next week.